and welcome back to Bookish Theories. In today's video, we'd like to talk about Dreamcatcher's Maison, focusing on a little breakdown and analysis of both the lyrics and the music video to see what they can tell us about the concept and the storyline. Meson is a song that expresses their desire to save the world from the destruction the humans themselves are causing to the environment. The title of the song is a French word that fittingly translates into house or home, and as we'll see in a second, the home that Dreamcatcher are singing about is none other than our planet. Whether we're talking about jungles burning, deserts growing, the oceans rising, or the pole melting, these are all places that we should protect because they are our home. Because of that, in the song, Dreamcatcher advocate for a change that will save the world, thus saving us in the process. Now that the members are diving into such a serious topic this time around, should it really come as a surprise? Even if Dreamcatcher are mostly known for their horror and supernatural concepts, lately they also showed us their intention to use their music to discuss social issues related to the world that surrounds us. Back in the Tree of Language trilogy, for instance, the main theme was the power of words and how people abuse this power by putting on a mask to destroy others on the internet. With because, on the other hand, the more supernatural aesthetic of the past came back, but this time with a concept that exposed the dark side that all of us hide inside of ourselves. In Apocalypse Save Us, however, Dreamcatcher mixed the horror and social commentary of the previous comebacks because the whole point is to expose the real horror that all of us should actually be afraid of. As they tell us in the lyrics, for instance, the apocalypse that the girls are portraying in the song is an apocalypse that is scary because it's very real and is already happening as we speak. It is an apocalypse caused by pollution, climate change, and by people's disregard for the world that they live in. This is a burning planet, a planet where it's becoming difficult to breathe and where tomorrow is disappearing day by day. In a world where people's conscience is drier than the laws that they won't even change for their own benefit, Dreamcatcher call out those in charge and plead for somebody to actually do something and save the world. As they wish to rewind time and go back to when the seasons were still clear, Dreamcatcher also reminds us that at the end of the day it's our responsibility to fix the problem because the entire world is our home and saving it also means to save ourselves. This is a concept that is also at the center of the storyline because in the spoiler video the girls send us a message from the edge of a crisis that tell us to save Earth in order to save us. As we see in the video, this is a story set in the near future where the planet has been destroyed and Dreamcatcher have to fend for themselves in the middle of an ecological apocalypse. The ice has disappeared, the water is rising, vegetation is gone, and deserts took its place. This is a world overrun by violence and controlled by evil. Nobody's left to fight for good, and the environment suffers from this absence because it seems that there is nothing left to lose. As it turns out, however, this is not really the case, because a new hope arises when a portal opens up in the sky and Huion crashes on Earth from above. In the universe of Apocalypse, Dreamcatcher seem to play the role of 7 goddesses who decided to descend from heaven in order to save the world they love so much. As the fallen goddesses look up at the sky to remember how beautiful their home was, we also see that an idol from the past has been chained and replaced by a terrible evil that in turn lives in luxury. Now, if we consider these visuals in context, we can even go as far as to say that the fallen idol is not so much Dreamcatcher themselves, but rather the very world that they are trying to save. If in the past people loved and cared about Mother Earth, now she is a goddess overcome by death. In this context, the members might almost be seen as her daughters, who cry for help at the edge of a crisis and eventually decide to answer the plea themselves to defeat the destructive evil. As they patrol the planet and fight for survival, we see that this war also arrived to heaven to the point of destroying it. With nothing left, Dam infiltrates the enemy's headquarters to take down the military from the inside. When we see her cleaning up the bodies she left behind, we also discover what led her to use such violence, because on screen we now see the incredible damage that these entities have caused to the planet. The heaven that once was has now become a burning hell, so the analogy of paradise being destroyed by evil is very fitting in this context, because in turn Earth is our paradise and we're killing it as well. If Tammy has the highest body count, however, this time around the real MVP is actually Sua, because with her powers she's able to open a portal to get access to where the true evil actually resides. In this universe, we see that the rich and powerful that are destroying the world are actually represented by a golden ram surrounded by giraffes. When Sua uses her powers to blast the ram and burn it, we also see that in heaven, Kyan delivers the final blow by annihilating its head once and for all. By the looks of it, by the end of the video, Dreamcatcher were able to save the world and make heaven return the way it once was. This is also the wish that Jiu voices in the lyrics, but for this to happen in real life, all of us have to care and all of us have to play our part. To save ourselves, we first need to save our home, and this means to take care of the jungles, the oceans, the deserts and the poles. As the girls tell us, we need somebody to fight for us, but we are the only ones who can do that, so we have to change and do it fast. In the end, if this didn't convince you to recycle, I don't know what will, but in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please think about liking and subscribing. As always, thank you so much for watching guys, I'll see you next time, bye bye!